Okay, so we have a Shulchan Aruch. We're holding in the 3 weeks, but this is something that is not just during the 3 weeks, but at least during the 3 weeks, it's kedai to focus on the Shulchan Aruch and Siman Aleph Seif Gimel. Siman Aleph Seif Gimel, it says, Roy lechol yirei shamayim she'em meitzer v'doyeg al chuvan beis hamikdash. It's proper for a God-fearing person to be pained and worried about the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash. So as I pointed out, there is a concept called tikun chatsos. This was not started by, this is already in the Mishnah Berurah. It's not something that's outside of the Mishnah Berurah. The Mishnah Berurah says, that getting up for chatsos is an incredible thing. And the Anhaga is already printed in the Sidurim. If you look at the sources, it's really, really amazing. Look at the Zohar HaKodesh in this week's parsha what's it called, what the Sfardim was, the sefer that everyone uses, the Sfardim, I forgot what it's called. But anyway, so the Zohar HaKodesh in this week's parsha says, and it's in many places, that when it comes to those that get up for chatsos, on them the entire world stands. That's number one powerful statement from the tikun chatsos. Number two, it says that the ikar geula will come from those that get up by chatsos. Number three, the siyata dishmaya that people get from tikun chatsos, it says that chutz chesed mashach alav kol hayom, the siyata dishmaya. But even on a much deeper level, especially when we're holding in these 3 weeks, so there's a story of Rabbi Elimelech. Rabbi Elimelech Milezhinsk, when he got older, Tikun Chatsos, by the way, I just heard this, that I think maybe 40 years ago, 50 years ago, in Yerushalayim, it wasn't shaykh that you're not getting up. You know that? So, in Yerushalayim, you're like, not to get up at Tikun Chatsos. So the story is said about Rabbi Elimelech that he was, by his later years, he said, I don't have the koiches anymore to get up. It's not easy. Especially today, it's much, much harder because it's so hard to go to sleep because the light's on. In the old days when there was no electricity, it was much easier. But Rabbi Elimelech, the day that he said, I'm not showing up, he ends up showing up in shul for Tikun Chatsos. So they asked him, I thought you said you're not going to say Tikun Chatsos anymore. So Rabbi Elimelech said, I thought so too, but I couldn't. I heard Mama Rachel crying. I couldn't go to sleep. So Mama Rachel is really crying. Whatever Rachel exactly means, there's 2 parts to Tikun Chatsos. You don't have to say the whole thing, which we'll get to in a moment. Tikun Chatsos is made up of Tikun Rachel, Tikun Leah. Rachel represents the Shechina crying. In fact, the Zohar HaKodesh says that everyone in Shamayim is crying. And the Rebbeinu Shalom, it says, this is a Gemara, straight Gemara, Maseches Brachas, that Sha'o Gisha Gal Naveh, that the Rebbeinu Shalom roars like a lion. In the Zohar, it says that there are 370,000 lions that get roared, they start roaring when you say Tikun Chatsos, and they, so to speak, shut up all the goyim and all the enemies, and all the gzeras get cancelled by this. But to make things simple, I'm telling you now Mishnah Berurah. The Mishnah Berurah says right here that at least the main part, which starts Tikun Chatsos, is Al Narois Bavel. There's a small kapitlach Tehillim. And the Mishnah Berurah says, this, by the way, for some reason, is not a common practice. Even in this, I don't know if an article points this out. Maybe that's what we need. But it says the following, that any time during the year, Kosav Shla, Shebechol Suda Yoim Al Narois Bavel. Every meal you're supposed to start off before you bench Al Narois Bavel, Sham Yeshavnu Gam Bechinu. And only in a day when you say when you don't say Tachnun, you say the regular Sheyiram Alois B'Shuv. They should make a song. So this is a straight out Mishnah Berurah, and it's a beautiful minhag, and it will at least get people focused. And I'll tell you the last Zohar HaKodesh says that someone right before he benches thinks about Chuban Beis Hamikdash. Forget about everything I said until now. If you just do this, it says Ashrei Chelkoi. The Zohar HaKodesh says there's something very special. And the bracha of Parnasa and the bracha that comes from Birkas Hamazon is given to someone that before he benches is meitzer, is pain that he doesn't have the Beis Hamikdash.